I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so we'll start with what we basically started in the last session. I hope you all see my screen, right?
Yeah, able to see.
Thanks. Okay, so we were discussing about Python fundamentals, and last session we were started discussing about the data structures or the collection data types in Python. So those are like list, tuple, and dictionary and set. Okay, just a minute. So when we started discussing about data structure list, list is an ordered collection of typed objects and can be of any length. Okay, and when we say typed objects, basically it can contains like objects like integer or string, or even it can contain another list also. Okay, so generally we create a list using a square bracket, or you can use a keyword list. Okay, so like this, you can provide a square bracket and you can provide the list of elements. So all this um, data structures or collection data types is going to hold a collection of elements, right? So it can be of integer type or string type, uh, any other types. Okay, so so we know like list can be created with this using a square bracket, and this is to create a numbers list, and this is to create a string list. And if you want to have a list with this different data types, so this is the example. So it contains number, string, and list. Within a list it has a list also element. Okay, yeah. Let me run this. And if you want to, so if you want to create using a keyword list, you can use a list, and you can pass the list which you are going to create. Okay, and if you want to access, okay, so if you want to if you want to actually create a like if you want to create a list and up and so starting you may not um, have all the elements ready. Say example, first you want to create just a minute, he's asking him meeting ID. I'll just give me the meeting. Okay, so if you're creating a list with one elements, and if you want to keep adding a more list, then you can actually use a use a function called append. So append function used to add a another element to the your existing list. Okay, which is initially I'm creating a numbers list with the one element, then I can actually say numbers list dot append of 2. So this will add a element 2, and it will have element 5, so on. If we print here, so at this stage it has 3 elements, so that's why you see element 2 and 1 and 2 and 5. So in list, right, whatever the order you inserted, the same order the list will be there. Okay, so that's one point. And yeah, he can actually want to know the data type of the list. Say if you created you says you given a numbers underscore list equal to you provide a list, and if you want to know the type of the list, you can just use the type function to know the data type of your variable, right? And if you want to know what are the, say example, I created a list, okay, what are the function associated to that list, you can use a keyword, you can use a function called the DAR and give the data type name, and you can actually get. So you have append function, clear function, copy, count, extend, index, and then insert, pop, remove, reverse sort. There are many functions available, right? So we'll just see. Okay, so I will see some of the functions. So I just created a empty list, okay, and then we appended 80, okay, and then 50, and then 35, okay. So if you look at this stage, you will have a list with 3 elements: 80, 50, 35, right? So 80, 50, 35. What happened? Okay, what is the procedure if I want to insert another marks in the position 1, which is instead of 50, I want to insert another marks, okay? Because we know that the list, right, whatever order you insert, the same order list will be there. So if you want to positional based index, if you can use if you use append, it'll just go and add it to the end of the list. But if you want to insert based on the position, then you need to provide the index. Basically, the list index starts from 0, right? 0th position is the 80, and first position is 50, and second position is 35. So if you want to insert in first position, so you can use a function called insert. So list dot insert of position, which is our index, comma 75 is my mark. So if we insert, so it's going to insert in the what is this, 80 followed by 75. It got moved, and 50 and 35 got moved this side. So that's how you are going to use the insert function. Okay, let me run this. Show you. That's how it is. Now we'll go and explore few more function, which is okay, remove. Okay, so remove will actually help you to remove the particular element you pass. Okay, so here I'm just passing the element as 50. We have a marks list which contains marks 80, 75, 50, 35. If you want to remove the element 50, you can use the remove list dot remove of the element 50. So it will remove. Okay, so these are some of the things about list. You can go and explore other functions as well. Let me know if you have any queries. Okay, and the next data type is a tuple. Okay, so we saw list is a mutable data type. Okay, when we say mutable, we can modify. Once you create a list object, you can modify it. Okay, but tuple is the immutable, which means you can create a tuple once, you cannot change it, you cannot modify it. Okay, so tuple can be created using a normal open close bracket. Okay, so basically it's a normal bracket using a parenthesis, right? Okay, so if you want, this also can have same little similar as list. Like you can have integer elements, it can have string elements, and it can also have a combination of other data type as well. Okay, so only thing is it cannot be, once you create, it cannot be modified. So you see here, I'm just creating a numbers list. I'm creating a numbers with string list. And if you want to um, access the elements, you can use the what is this uh, position using an index. You can access it. Okay, so even list also I forgot to mention. So even you can list also you can access using the index. Example, my just give one. So the first position is basically 75. 0 is 80, 75 is 1. So you can access using the index also in the list. Similarly, we can do it in tuple also. -1 refers the last element in the tuple, even list also. Okay, so there is a tuple called all tuple. If I use -1, it is going to give me the 2. And zeroth position, basically it is going to give 1. And if you want to uh, um, from first position, give me the all the elements from the first position. You can use the 1 colon, and if you don't, just give the second uh, the after colon. If you don't provide anything, it is going to give me the entire tuple elements after position 1. So the position 1 is all, so it's giving all this. So in the -1, it is 2, 0th position 1, and 1 colon gives me the tuples after the position 1. Okay, the position 1 with the other elements as well. And if you want to check particular elements in the list, sorry, tuple, you can check like this. Particular element in a tuple, you can give the variable. So it's going to return you the boolean value, whether true or false. Okay, so you are checking ALL1, which is not there in the tuple. The tuple has 1 all ALL2. So if you are checking with the element which does not exist in the tuple, it's going to give the false. So we can also do the same thing for list also. Okay, so I'll just check 75 to if I give 85, you give me a false. So yeah, okay, this is about true. Okay, if you want to know the other functions available in tuple, let's see this. Front of the tuple. Basically, you have only count and index function. Because it's not allowing a mutability, right? It cannot allow. So basically, it's not having much functions. Let's try this. Okay. Count.
This length function, sir.
Tuple count. Okay, returns the number of times. Okay.
The element is present.
It's going to give me the occurrence of the particular elements in the tuple.
I think length is the function to find her.
Yeah, length is yeah, it's open. Yeah, length can be used for all the even list and everything. Yes, you are right. Length we can use. I was trying to just know what is this count is for. So this count is for to know the occurrence of the particular element.
Particular value. Okay.
Yeah, so 5 as twice. Even if you give 7, it is going to give you the 2. This is the output of this one, and the length, as you mentioned, yeah, length is to find out the elements in the particular tuple. If I do it for this tuple, it is going to give me the n elements. Okay, so this is all about tuple. Now we'll go to the next complex data type, which is a dictionary, which is one of the commonly used, like list. Generally, people use list and also dictionary. These two are very commonly used data type. So dictionaries in Python are list of key value pairs. So when we we saw list and tuple, which is going to contain just a list of elements. So element is basically a single value. Okay, so basically it can be it can contain multiple other types also, but it's going to be considered only one value. It's not a key value. So both uh, list and tuple, it's going to contain a collection of a single value. It's not a key values, but dictionary is going to hold a key value pairs, a list of key value pairs, and in a dictionary we can store a lot of related information that can be accessed through keys. Okay, so yeah, so you can access using a key, you can get the value, and the dictionaries are created using a curly braces or flower bracket people call, and each element is separated by comma. Okay, so if you look at here, there is a key value pair called id as a key and value as a 101, and the name is um, to represent your name as a key and value as Prabhu. So you have to use a comma to represent another element in your dictionary. Okay, so yeah, and a key value associated with the colon. Okay, so you have to use a colon to separate or represent your key and value. Okay, and a dictionary key must be unique. Okay, so you cannot have a duplicate keys in your dictionary. And similarly, so it is going to your value can be of even key or key. Your value can be of any type. Yeah, I think key also can be any type, but let's see. Key I think can be list string only, I guess. Okay, so if you want to create a dictionary in Python, like every value I'm just giving in one shot. Okay, so all the elements I'm just providing in one shot. So I'm creating a Python person dictionary which just holds the particular person information, right? So ID is 101, and name as a key which has value as Prabhu, and there is another key called gender which holds the value as male. There is another key called is employed, and the value as true. Okay, so if you just print this, it is going to give me this dictionary. Okay, and you can actually create a empty dictionary. You just use the empty open and close flower bracket. It is going to give me the empty dictionary. So how do you insert an element in the dictionary? You can just say your dictionary object or variable and pass the index, means the pass the key. What is your key? As example, uh, one is my key, and then I pass value as apple, and two as my key and pass the value as orange, and so on. Okay, so it just like this. I think delete was not there. I guess. Okay, so earlier there was delete was there. Now not sure. Right? No, delete is not working. Okay, we will see later. I'll just comment out this. Okay. Okay, so I just we have okay. Let's keep here we have a dictionary which is contains three elements. Okay, ID 1 and 2 and 3. So if I try to put the in the second as a key and pomegranate, okay, it actually it is not throwing error. Basically, it actually is considered to be different types. Okay, let me use this one. See, when I it ignore when you try to give the same key, okay, it actually ignored the value because all the key already there. Okay, so okay, let me just print this here, or maybe it is overwritten. Okay, it is overwritten here. Okay, so if you are using same key, it is going to overwritten the existing value. Yes, the key is basically unique, right? So that's it. That's all how do you just create your keys. Now, okay, so if you want to delete particular element from your dictionary, you can use a pop. There is a function called a pop. Okay, so it is going to take the key and it is going to remove the particular element based on the key you pass. I'm passing here one as key. So in this dictionary, which you passed here, so in this dictionary, it is going to you are passing a one as a key. It's going to remove the apple. Okay. So after apple is removed, it's just pomegranate and grapes. That's how it is. Okay, so I also tried something over here. Yeah, what we were given here is the delete was somehow not worked when we use the see here. If I uncomment this, what we are trying to do is delete. We just pass the here index is basically we are passing a element 2, right? And okay, so if we pass this one, it removed. Okay.
So does it delete second element or?
No. It should not delete second element. It should be key based. I think it's key based only. Uh,
The key is two in double quote, right? Do you have tried two
no.
in double
I
quote?
use the variable different variable, which is there in the above.
Oh, okay. Not the one. Not.
Yeah. Del of delete of. Uh, I'll just print that. Okay, it removed the orange from here. Yeah, and you can use the this is del was a uh, it's a common function to remove the even for variable also you can remove it variables from the memory. Okay, if it is can I use the same link and join and pop is another function to delete your elements from the dictionary. So we have a dictionary here. I just remove this. So we have a three elements. So I'm trying to first element we are trying to use del keyword and deleting it, and third key, not the first element, the key which has one, and I'm trying to delete the key which has a three using a pop function. Okay, so finally you have the dictionary with the one element which is orange. Okay, this is how you can use the dictionaries, and the next data type or data structure uh, is basically a set. Okay, set is an unordered collection of unique items. So list can have duplicate items. Okay, and set will not have any duplicate items. It's basically a unique collection of elements in a set, and a set can be created using a just flower bracket. So if a flower bracket also used to create a dictionary object, but you provide a key value pairs in a dictionary. For set, it just kind of individual values, like it can be a string or it can be a integer, but I'm sorry. Okay. So if I use a number like this, right? So what it is going to do, it is going to if I create a same elements with the um, list. Okay, I'll just create a numbers list. Okay, so the difference is when you create a list with the same number of elements, I just see the same order what I created. But if you look at the set, it's ordered actually. So based on your type, so basically we have integer values. It is actually ordering your it's doing a sorting. Okay, basically whatever elements you put it in the set, it just did a sorting by out of box. Like inbuilt, it does the sorting. Okay, so list was not doing the sorting. Okay, based on their elements. And also we'll just check what happens. So, it actually, when I pass like this, it ordered, it sorted 1 and 2 together, and which is a number, which is there in a string value 1 and 2, it is grouped together. Okay, so this is how you create a set, and if you want to add like new element to the set, you can use the add keyword, add function to add a new element to the set, and you can use a remove to remove the elements from the set. So, we added 8. Earlier we had till 7, I guess. Yeah, 1 to 7 we add, and using a add function, it added the new element called 8. And when we use the remove keyword, it removed the element 7, and this is the final set which has. Okay, so yeah, so these are the some of the things you need to know about this collection data types or data structures in Python. you can just go and explore more about these four data structures, which is list, tuple, dictionary, and set. Is all is going to be very handy when you start working on the even Python or PySpark. Now let's talk about the other things in Python. Okay, so what did I put here? I'll organize later. Next, we will see there are if and conditional statements, right? So if, else, and if else, which is called elif here. Sorry, else if, which is called elif here. And how do you have a switch cases in Python? We'll see it. So we have only 1.5 minutes left. We'll just disconnect and use the same link to join, and we'll discuss about the conditional statements. Thank you.